Hello and good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. It is early again here, but I am feeling like there's a message that I need to bring you, so let's get into it. I am asking to connect to my guides, angels, ancestors, any archangels or higher divine beings who would like to use me as a channel and messenger for any divine guidance or wisdom that my collective might be needing to hear from me this morning. Thank you so much for this gift and allowing me to be able to be a messenger for the divine. I am so happy and glad that I've been able to connect and bring these messages to any and all who need them. And please bring me to anyone who needs this message today. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this gift. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Krystal and this is Keeping It Krystal Tarot. Today we are here for another morning message. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know today. Before we go any further, if anyone is interested in booking a personal reading with me or any of my manifestation kits or products, I have that down below in my website in the description. But let's get into this message. What does Spirit want you to know right now? If you resonated with this title, let's see what Spirit wants you to know or why you clicked on this message. What does Spirit want you to know at this moment in time? The Hierophant. The World. Ooh, this seems like almost a way that you used to be like this. I'm hearing morals and ethics, and that does align with this card, sometimes talking about higher knowledge and having, like, we often, our religion reflects our code of morals, our code of ethics, things like that. So I think there might be some challenges that you've had in the way of your moral code and in how you are kind of living your life right now. And I don't mean to say that you're like that you're doing anything against or betraying yourself in any way. It just seems like you might have grown out of some thought patterns that you might have grown up with, or you might have been conditioned to think. And I think you're starting to see outside of that. You're starting to grow outside of that. I think you've learned that there are multiple ways to look at a situation, and you can still identify with that and not practice it. And I don't even want to say identify. This might be something that you have to completely cut ties with the world here. You know, you have to put an end to it. And this might be showing you that maybe there are certain things that you do because of the groups of people or the influences of your life and circles of your life might have more to do with how you act or perceived or behave because of whatever this code of ethics is to you, moral code, however you deem that to be. I don't want to name it anything specific, just because I feel like everybody has a moral code that we live by, whether it's by a certain religion or a certain spiritual basis or anything like that. I think that there might be things that you're starting to uncover that just don't align with you anymore. And I think that you are no longer continuing to like hammer yourself into that way of being when it just doesn't align for you. It's okay if it doesn't. It doesn't mean that you were taught these things for no reason, or that this wasn't a guide for you in some way. You don't have to diminish its importance in your life just because it's not working out for you anymore. Interesting. Because I do think success might be defined as something differently to you, and you might have a very rigid way of thinking about that. You know, you might be like, no, this is what success looks like, and if I don't have it this and this way, then I'm not going to feel successful. But success might be something different to you, and you shouldn't have to box yourself in the ways of the way society deems success is, or how you try and strive for that. That can look however you want it to be. And you don't have to feel like you won't fit in if you decide to walk away. Because I do think that you're going to find your place in the world. You know, I liked that this card came up because it still feels like there's something that you're in charge of, your power, and you're creating something, but it doesn't have to be as cookie cutter as maybe the way things have been explained to you or shown for you. You know, it just seems like you are seeing things only in one way, but I think that there's a very broad way for you to still maybe honor these things, but honor what you want for yourself too. You don't have to choose. You gotta do what makes you happy. And honestly, once you start, this almost feels like you're like honoring your inner child in some way. There might have been something that your inner child loved and wants to do, and you don't give yourself the time or the space to be able to do so. That could be something as like simple as like, or creative. Yeah, I want to say like creative or crafty or something along those lines where you're making something, you know, whatever that is. But I do think that there might be something in you that makes you a lot happier than what you're tying yourself down to. And that might be because there is higher expectation from either elders, because this card can represent elders, guides, ancestors, you know, so there might be people in your life who give you advice, who give you, and they have this one way of thinking. But I think maybe you're trying to break free of that, or you're trying to break free of that in your own way, while still be able to honor what's come before you and what's brought you to here, you know? Because I do think that there is a lot of, the sun's even coming out literally as I'm talking about the sun. I don't know, it seems like there's light that you're going to be welcoming into your life, because you are not sticking with someone else's way of happiness or way of being. You're claiming that for your own. We have strength on the bottom here. And I really love that, because I do think that this is going to take inner strength and courage, and it's going to help show you how much you've been able to persevere already. You know, if you see, she's taming this lion, she's taming the beast. And you couldn't do that without strength. You couldn't do that without being you and having that unique power that you already have. And it's a matter of trusting that, and trusting that happiness is promised to all of us, but not everyone's happiness looks the same. What does my collective need to know at this time? Yes, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you are contemplating at this time, yes, that's something you should consider. That's something that, or even if this is just as plain and simple as maybe you've been telling yourself no, but who else? But I don't think the universe is telling you no. So if you stop yourself, that's only you stopping you. I think you'd get a world full of yes. Within the next few months, I think you might see some changes, because you're not hiding yourself. You're finding that courage. You're finding that and harnessing that strength in yourself. A year from now, you might have a vision of yourself, or a vision of what you want your life to look like. And because I saw that for myself just now, like popped up into my head, and it's like, oh, so in a year from now, that vision that you have will be true if you believe and trust in that strength that you have. You're ready. You are ready. You got to stop listening to other people and listen to yourself. What is your heart telling you? Listen to your intuition. I can't even make that up. Listen to your intuition. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to pull one of these. What does my collective need to hear right now? Breathe in bliss. Whoa, Krystal. Breathe in bliss and exhale bullshit. People might be discouraging you, like actively discouraging you in your thoughts and things, and that might be something that you've done to you might have reverted, you might have not, you might have stopped sharing, and that might be because of what other people say, but that's just their own bullshit. If you still have that happiness and that bliss when you're doing these things, that sun, there's a reason why that it makes you so happy. There's a reason why you feel so light and happy and positive when those things, and when you're doing something along those lines. Don't hide from that. Write down your goals and dream big. I've been seeing this a lot with just manifestation coaches in general. Physically write down your dreams. Don't worry if they're too big. Don't worry if they're too broad. They will be defined with time if you're willing to define them. And I think that's the thing, that's where it starts. That's why they say write them down, because you need to be willing to define what you want in order to welcome it in. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. You might be able to do something that brings you a step closer today, that makes you feel like you are doing something actively for yourself and for your future, however that looks. But you shouldn't have to shy away from that beauty and that happiness because it's not in the rule book. Throw out the rule book. The rule book never served you anyway. Just remember that there are unlimited possibilities around you and in your world. And that's what the universe wants to show you, is that they keep telling you yes, but you keep telling yourself no. And who are you going to start listening to? Okay, Spirit, let's last but not least just get a few Spirit messages. What messages do you have for my collective here? Any last messages you have for my collective here? A reality check. Ooh, I like that, because I think what this is that maybe you've based your reality on somebody else's definition or rules, and you're going to get this reality check that everything that you've wanted, if you've wanted it bad enough, you can make it happen. You just have to have the audacity and the conviction to stand by it, to want it so bad that you won't let anything else come in the way. And that might be a significant reality check for you. Spend time with your friends, with people who make you feel like you are, or maybe even this is just people with like-minded interests or intentions. You know, spend time with people who aren't going to be dampering your spirit, your energy, and your enthusiasm. In 3 days, get ready and treat yourself. I like that. I think you would be surprised at how fast things go, how fast things start rolling once you trust yourself. Because we had get ready, you're ready, show up here. You know, I do think that you are a lot more prepared than you give yourself the credit for. And I think it's a matter of trusting and treating yourself the way that you would in that light, in that way, and embody that. Don't shy away from your strength and your power just because it's something that you're beginning to understand and embody. And surrender control. That's the bottom. Surrender control, because At the end of the day, this is all in the universe's hands. This is all in whoever, if you believe in God, this is all in God's hands if that's what you believe, you know? Like, they are not letting you down. They won't. And that's what you need to trust, okay? You have the strength, you have the confidence, the courage, and you already have everything that you need in order to manifest this into your life. It's just a matter of being and trusting that you're ready and prepared for it. And it doesn't have to be by anybody else's standards. Okay, darlings, I think I'm going to leave you guys here. I love this message, and I think that this will find any and all who need it, but I am so grateful that you guys are here and that you guys are enjoying them. So thank you. Oh my gosh, my car just scared me. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Bye.